오랜만에 온 거라서 가이아랑 애들 말도 너무 많이 할 것 같은데? 분명히 또 느낌표를 띄우고 있지 않을까. 능력이 너무 무섭고 다들 나한테 관심 꺼줬으니 가이아 먼저 합시다. 벌써 이 풀고 있을 텐데. 아, 나 그리고 드론도 하나 모아서 보내고.
It is good to see you again, Aloy.
네, 그렇습니다.
I see you have recovered Demeter.
Drone's reconnected now.
알아서 들어가는 거지? 가져가시오.
With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it.
어,
With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available
바를이
information on
약간 저런데
Hephaestus.
탁월한가 봐. 입을
Its
잘 타나
expansion
봐.
has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you have been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores. Where would we find a place like that? Gemini.
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I know that place. It's near the Desert Clan's capital. We'll have to bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable,
설마
albeit unwieldy,
설계도를
transport rig.
만들
It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
재료를
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will
내가
find you.
가져와야 될 것 같아.
Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Pharaoh's mega clearance. The one he used to purge the
이
Apollo
친구 성격
database
되게
and fill the
부정적인
office.
것이 나랑 비슷한데?
To get it, you would have to find Thebes. The
성격도
private
약간
bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and
어렵다 해야 되나?
nobody
까칠하다 해야
knows where
되나?
that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco. That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at Landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to
역시
build the
제일
rig and
끝쪽이
the pulse
그게 맞네.
generators? I'll try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
다 같이 줄 뻔이네.
Hova said the Quinn have a ferry on the coast that they used to get to the ruins of San Francisco.
우선
That's
한
where I
번
need to go.
가면 아이고 뇌절 다시 시작됐다.
Aloy,
하루의 지연.
I have managed to unlock an additional room near the
레벨 좀
server.
그만 올라. 나 무한하단 말이야.
The old ones created so many wonderful inventions to help others.
일단 얘기해
Help the
봅시다.
planet. Technology really can.
That's just I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
I was hoping you could help me with something. It's about the Tanakh rebels, and it also has to do with the Oseram.
Really? That doesn't sound good. Let me know what I can do to help.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. You know, metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
How are things with Katalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it. Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. To be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer. Which is kind of what I do. But hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Make myself useful.
Just give it time. You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back, and she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you
찐친가.
mixing some solid food and fresh ale?
슬슬
I bet half the
찐친가.
claim will be lining up to watch.
I discovered an Oseram militant group.
이거를
They call
얘한테
themselves the
조언을
Sons of
구하는구나.
Prometheus. It looks like they're the ones overriding machines for the Tanakh rebels. They're familiar with ancient tech, and they're as anti-Karja as it gets.
So, last year we stopped Durval and his cronies from blowing up Meridian in retribution for the Red Raids. And now you're telling me we have another group of Oseram trying to wipe out the Karja with an army of machines and bloodthirsty Tanakh?
Pretty much. And they have focuses too.
Well, that's just great.
I found out who's running them. A woman named Sarah. Does that ring any bells?
Oh no. Remember how Durval had a band of freebooters that retaliated against the Karja? She was one of them. First female tinker in the claim to run her own forge. But when her family got killed in the Red Raids, she went bad. Real bad. I thought she was dead, though. Taken out by one of Murad's guys.
Well, she's not. And she wants revenge against the Karja. We have to find out where she's operating from, and stop her.
Way back, when we first met. You came looking for me in Meridian because you detected Olin's focus with yours, right? And there's a chance Sarah's getting some of her supplies from the claim. The only way she'd get those is if her lackeys smuggled them through Barren Light.
Well, their focuses would make it easier for them to evade guards and patrols.
But if I'm there waiting for them,
You could scan for their focuses. Pick them out from the crowd.
if an Oseram's wearing one of these, they'd have to be a part of that Prometheus group.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I've been known to have those once in a while.
All right. I'll keep tracking her people out west. You let me know if you find anything in Barren Light.
We'll find her. We have to. It's thugs like her who murder my sister.
You should know. Silence is involved with the Sons of Prometheus. He's the one who gave them the override tech to begin with.
Why doesn't that surprise me? That's probably all part of some master plan, huh?
At least we know we're good at wrecking those.
Damn straight.
I need to get going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the
걔네들
meantime, Varl will
방어구가
help you
무슨
get ready for
머리끝부터
what comes
발끝까지
next.
꽁꽁 싸매고
Take
있는
care of
애들이야
yourself,
진짜로. 아까 그 레벨업에 따른 그거였지? 얘네들 어디 주변에 마을 같은 거 약탈하고 다니는 거 아니지? 그냥 날 위해 이렇게 준비해주는 거는 참 고맙긴 한데 수상하다. 너네 여기만 계속 있으면서 저거 왜 이렇게 채워놓냐?
Aloy, you're here. Did you meet with the Quen already?
Not yet.
After all the trouble you went through getting those sub-functions, seems unfair you have to deal with these Quen on your own too.
괜찮아. 나는 혼자 일하는 거
It's
좋아하거든.
safer this way. They think I'm Sobek or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
벨타까지 데리고 가면
If
걔네들
you say
경기
so.
일으키겠는데?
Let me know if you need anything before you go.
돈 좀 주래. 돈 좀 빌려주래. 아니면 전설 무기 좀. 아니면 나 대신 저기 투기장 좀 뛰어가지고 메달 좀 수집해서 그거 좀 해주면 안 되냐?
You better not be slacking off on your
무기
studies
좀
while I'm
몇
gone.
바꿔
And
와주면 안
risk
되니?
Zoe coming after me?
그래서 계속 이러고 서 있지
I
말고
value
얘네들아,
my life.
얘들아,
In fact,
너네들이 할 일 생겼다.
I've been reading about Ted Faro.
니들 여기서 뭐 첫날 만날 그 정보 데이터만 읽고 있지 말고 너네 내가 왔다는 저기 모닥불에 불 붙으면 그 부랴부랴 켜지. 평소에 놀고 있지. 저기 투기장 가서 메달 하나 두 개라도 좀 모아가지고 나한테 줘라.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
내가 지금 투기장까지 할 시간이
What do you
없다.
What happened?
Well, before Zoe found a way to fix the land gods, I suggested that when Gaia was fully restored, she could just make new ones.
Well, once we get Hephaestus, that's definitely a possibility.
That's what I said. But I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like. She got pretty raw. Said I didn't understand the way her
그건
tribe
화낼
feels
만해.
about those machines. Which is true, of course. And the last thing I'd ever want to do is dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you, you know?
이
To
녀석
see a machine
이걸 내
as
탓을 안 해?
just a
날
machine.
끌어들이네?
Yeah, I guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
Did you talk to Zoe after your fight?
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is
원래-
not enough next time?
그런 거야.
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're
그러고
on
보니
your own.
에일로이 모쏠 아닌가?
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
왜 훈련 알도 나는
Well, Beta and Gaia built the rig. Can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change. We'll get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Let's just focus on fixing Gaia for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
If I get Omega clearance and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for
성도도
once.
극혐. 됐고 이제 조랑 얘기하면서 그 2절
touch if I need
퀘스트도 갱신하면
We'll be
될
ready.
것 같은데?
Everyone's been briefed on the pulse generators as well.
Good.
다음 그 아저씨 누구냐? 그 방 하나 새로 열렸다 그러는데?
Aloy, I hear you're going further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the Old Ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something Ted Faro would do. How much have you read on Ted Faro?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For one spirit to diminish in such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No
데스메탈이었구나
such
그게.
luck.
이어폰으로 들어야지. 아, 저 녀석 그냥 켜놓고
You and
들었나
Varl doing
보네.
okay? Training, I mean.
다 들었어.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Aaron?
There's always Katalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brooding Tenakth. What could
Yeah.
go wrong?
둘이 나중에 완전 인생 찐찐 될 것 같아 이게.
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement. She would not be moved.
I appreciate you trying.
Patience reaps the best
그러니까 얘가
harvest.
인성이 괜찮아.
I'm not giving up hope yet.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods, even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when
그건
Gaia
진짜 좀
recovers.
말넘심이긴 해.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
Any progress with your plan for the land gods? Is the reboot code ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead. Gaia warned me that because the land gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, T, and Do.
We have
C
to find them.
C라고 안 하고
No.
C라고
We know
하는구나.
where they are, but they're hard to reach. So, wandered into a lake and sank. Do ventured into a dangerous canyon, and T broke down
설마.
amidst a herd of machines.
아니면서
Okay. Tell you what. You go to
네가 해.
Plainsong, handle all the land gods there.
네가 해.
I'll take care of So, T, and Do.
아니 왜?
I'll need their
세 개나?
locations plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now.
솔데이 너도
My
네가
people
해.
made shrines near where each land god faltered. When you see them, you'll know you're close. And once again, thanks for your help.
We're not gonna let your people starve, Zo. I promise.
3절인가요?
I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture Festus. After that, I'm gonna need
이제는
everyone's help.
이제 좀 게임
We'll be
후반부로 접어드는 것 같네요. 미안. 어디신 어딨어? 서버실 옆에 방이라고 해. 아, 그 지하 얘기하는 건가? 아유, 나가네.
What?
Nothing.
저 사람 싸움 진짜 흑막. 아저씨 나한테 서브 불러.
Got a minute?
As many as you need.
I have to travel beyond the western coast.
To the ruins, shrouded in fog.
Yes, and I'm looking for a tribe, the Quen. I encountered them once before. They said they came from across the Great Ocean. I was hoping that
그럼
Tenakth
걔네는
knew more
섬에
about
사는
them.
There were rumors of trespassers in the area, but we thought they were just bandits. Hikaru sent out a patrol or two, but I don't recall them reporting back. We've had more pressing concerns, as you know.
이 녀석 은근히 아는
I'm
거 많은
sorry.
것 같은데 아는
That's
게 없어.
all I can tell you.
It's okay. I guess I'll find out soon enough.
There is something I've been meaning to discuss with you. It's personal. If you have a moment to spare.
필요한 만큼 얼마든지 개인적으로 부탁. 가기 전에 일단 짜잘한 거 먼저 얘기합시다.
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood,
완전
and death,
스터디 그룹이야.
but also with honorable
무슨
deeds
카페고.
and vanquished tyrants. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored. What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training.
We play strike. Your Oseram friend,
그러니까
Erend,
쟤네도 완전
is
찐찐대나니까.
surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Somehow that still sounds like training. Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
윙.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Found anything interesting during your training?
Gaia
나
told me where to
써닝
find data on
방어망인가
how
뭔가
wars were
필요하긴
waged
해.
in the old
되게 많이
world.
들어가네요.
I knew
여기저기.
the Ten fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hikaru would have it so as well.
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
I've been speaking with Gaia. She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if
예?
you'd help me do the same.
You want to make yourself a new arm?
아,
Yes.
우수.
Gaia insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believes these
나보고
things lie in the place where
재료를
Beta hid from the
가져다
Zeniths.
달라고?
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with old world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
It might be dangerous. The Zeniths probably still keep an eye on that place. We were lucky to get out of there alive the first time.
I see.
It sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
I should get going. I've got a long road ahead.
Should you need reinforcements,
I know who to call. I'll call you when I'm near the Zenith lab. We'll get what you need for that new arm of yours.
thank you, Aloy.
잃어버린 것. 용의 조각상? 아, 이건 다른 거고. 결국 이것도 한 바퀴 돌긴 해야 되네. 오늘은 왠지 그런 필이죠. 이거고, 이거는 약속의 장소. 아니, 다들 무리 좀 주면 좋겠는데. 하루의 지하무도. 이제 알바 차는 이거 메인 퀘고, 힘들도 아직 남았어요. 몇 개는 하긴 했는데, 다는 안 하고 일단 좀 메인 퀘 쪽으로 왔고, 일단 그러면 뭐라고? 베타랑도 얘기를 해야 될 것 같은데, 아까 서버실 옆에 뭘 만들어놨다고 했거든요? 그 말은 베타가 있는 데가 서버실인 것 같던데,
Did you want something? Hey,
나랑 느낌표는 안 띄고
you
있는데?
got a second?
I suppose.
느낌표 잔뜩 있으면서 페이크네.
So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators? Gaia
그냥
sent me
나의
the schematics.
목재인간
The designs are
이 중에 하나니까
without the
느낌표 띄우지
capabilities
않아도
of Hephaestus,
이심
but
전심이란 얘기인가?
they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance. I'll find it. Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back. So have you been upstairs at all?
Not really.
Varl
얘는 E 타입이
sometimes
아니라 I
comes down here to
타입이라서
talk.
이렇게 혼자 있는 게 중요한
Keeps
거지.
asking if I'm
억지로
okay.
올리지 마.
I
올라가고
thought
싶을
he
때
only wanted to
올라가는
know
거고
about
하는
my
거지.
productivity, but it's almost like he actually wants to talk to me. Yeah, I think he does. Have you talked with anyone else in the base?
I speak with Gaia. She asked me how I'm feeling and my opinion on various topics. I didn't expect that from an AI.
That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed Gaia had to care, not just follow her programming orders.
I know. Independent emotional processing enabled the previous version of Gaia to create you, after all.
Yeah. I guess so. So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to?
Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing.
But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover. You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about?
He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving.
It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter.
I don't think I'd be suited for any of them.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora then.
예! 왜 이렇게 많어?
What else can you tell me about Tilda?
She liked to talk about her paintings.
What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that?
She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect.
Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage?
She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel?
It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home.
And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it?
To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone.
So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view?
I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave.
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files?
Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
They didn't interest you?
I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos.
My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis. Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use? No. Any information about them was redacted. It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later. Yeah, sure.
됐고, 그러면 대화는 다 나눈 건가? 나누고 요청 받았고 다이아랑
Well, they
대화가
didn't have
남아있을
two
것
left feet like
같은
I do.
찝찝한 느낌이네. 가봐야 되는 건가?
Don't tempt me.
물론 뭐 대화가 길어서 그렇긴 한데 그래도 게임의 전체적인 맥락을 아는 건 중요하긴 하니까. 그래서 뭐 유튜브에도 스킵 기능이 있으니까요. 보고서 스킵을 할 수도 있으니까
Welcome back.
혹시 느낌도 있었고.
Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy.
그래도 한 번에 다
Where shall we resume?
듣고 가면 좋으니까 스킵하기도 그게 좀 더 편하죠? 아 다행이다. 편하다.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround.
Yeah, I'm helping her out with that. There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of reseeding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then. The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. I think Elizabeth knew one of them. Tilda. Did she ever mention her to you?
No. Elizabeth often spoke of her work, or told stories of her mother and her childhood. If she knew this Tilda, she did not disclose it with me. What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini. All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you. As a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Is Catalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance. Which is why you will need to procure Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan. So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Pharaoh create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot. One that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco. So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreath before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution. There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
I'll be on my way.
I wish you safe travels.
그러면 일단 지도상으로 어디가 가깝지? 아까 대충 봤을 땐 조 퀘스트가 500 몇 개로 뭐야? 아, 금속꽃이 이렇게 바뀌었구나. 가까웠거든요. 하지만 저는 그냥 이렇게 된 거 금속꽃을 좀 먹고 다니도록 하겠습니다. 먹고 이거 뭐 물음표뭐지? 아무튼 혼자서 좀 하고 다녀볼게요. 이거는 했는데도 남아있네. 이거 2번인가 벌써 낚였었는데. 그리고 그러니까 저기 저 처음부터 쫙 훑고 오면서 해보도록 하겠습니다. 뭐 중간에 퀘스트가 걸린 지역이 왔다면 거기를 가도록 하고 이렇게 뭐 개인적으로 돌아다니는 건 그냥 혼자서 하도록 할게요. 일단 퀘스트 중에 이거 2절이라고 하는 조가 주는 퀘스트를 한번 해보려고 이쪽으로 왔고요. 여기를 먼저 하려는 이유는 이게 세 군데를 가야 되는데 다른 데는 굉장히 빠른 이동이 거리가 떨어져 있어요. 그래서 그나마 좀 가까운 데가 여기라 가지고 여기를 먼저 할까 싶어서 왔고요. 또 뭐 전투 되게 빡세게 하는 거려나? 준비야 제가
Two dead Utaru. And the land god shrine.
어머
So sad this one broke down
이런 거
amidst a herd of
무용
machines.
만들어놨어.
Better be careful.
무신하여라 라는 거고요. 조사는 따로 안 해도 되는가? 잠깐 여기 뭐가 있는지. 고철더미. 고철더미도 좀 조사를 해봐야 되는 게 거기에서 그 뭐죠? 그 뭐 나중에 엿바꿔 먹을 수 있는 게 필요합니다. 아, 살펴본 게 선택이네. 근데 아까 왜 안 떴지? 내가 못 본 건가? 여기요.
I guess they were leaving offerings to the land god.
지져버렸대.
It looks like something.
근데 이 모형은 멀쩡한데 저 풀로만
Whoever did it might still be around.
근처에 있겠지. 이렇게라도 없어. 가봐야 되나? 일대를 수색해서 땅에
There's
심씨.
the land god.
오이씨 개 많아.
To deal with those machines
잠만,
before I
잠만.
install the reboot
레비저도
code.
있는데요.
Acid ammo could help here.
그냥 얘네만 조지면 되는 걸까? 그리고 쟤는 저거 먼저 떨어뜨려야 돼요. 레비저 캔 개빡치거든요. 그리고 제가 얘는 산성이라서 사실 정화수가 더 잘 됐네. 그거를 산성이고 일단 산성 함정으로 다 뭔가 해보자. 산성 함정 좀 센 걸로. 고급 못 참고. 자, 루트가 어떻게 되는 거야? 나는 꿀을 좀 빨아야겠다. 바로 여기에 있고요. 뒤 돌아보지 않겠지? 자, 여기 하나 설치해주고 무음 공격 해주고. 떨어뜨리는 건 이게 좀 더 뭔가? 화세 정리, 표적의 사냥꾼. 나 아직 잘 모르겠어요. 일단 떨어졌느뇨. 떨어졌고요. 아직 아리까리스. 넌 그냥 너의 루트를 돌아라. 그 약점 웨얼. 없는데 이 녀석? 밟아라. 밟고 무음 공격해야 되는데. 그냥 무음 공격하기엔 언제 전화도 나쁘지 않긴 하지. 그렇긴 한데 되게 빨리 끝나고. 어디로 지나갔는데? 저 함정을 밟고 나서 아씨 무슨 고소? 짱나고. 선택해주시고. 잠깐 그게 없네? 바꿔야 되겠다. 큰일 날 뻔. 이것도 없이 댐빌 뻔 했고요. 오히려 쟤를 그거 해가지고 좀 떨어뜨려서 제가 이 함정 그거 해버리면 극심한 손해. 큰일 있는데? 쟤네가 저걸 못 먹게 해야 내가 저 고통을 좀 더 이득 볼 텐데. 일단 치사 빤스를 좀 싸워보겠습니다. 여기 있는 동안 상자 좀 까고. 제가 이쪽으로 온 거 보면 저기 건 다 먹었나봐. 와락. 요리거리 까는 동안 무음 공격 때문에 밟고 무음 공격. 하지만 안 죽었고 죽어. 빡쳐 놀더라고. 아이 쉣. 잠깐만. 오이. 왜? 이 화살이었어. 젠장할. 잠만. 딴 건 줄 알았잖아. 얘야? 잠깐만. 몸통 박치 작작 좀 해라. 하지만 너는 냅죽 해놓은 없지롱. 전기하려고. 하지마. 전기 하지마. 찌릿찌릿 죽을 뻔. 빨리 화를 들어라 에일로이. 전기 그만하라고. 저 뒤에 놈이 자꾸 공격하는 것 같은데? 죽어버려. 다음. 왔느뇨. 나 뭐 좀 파밍 좀 하려고 했는데 모금 같은데. 모름이 개이득이고. 왜냐면 나는 부품을 먹어야 하기 때문이고. 3마리나 있어? 새끼 쳤냐 그새. 라베이죠. 그리고 저기 캐논으로 조져도 상관없긴 해요. 얘네한테는 좋은 산성 쓸 필요 없어. 야야야. 너는 왜 뭐 발광타 있냐? 먹으러 가는 거냐? 엠마! 그거 내 거야 임마! 먹지 마! 물지 말아라. 물지 마라. 나가고 까불지 말아라. 까불지 말고 센 걸로 죽어버려. 시다운. 저것들이 왔느뇨? 궁금해. 너도 무슨 일인지 알려줄게. 알려주고 준비해주시고 쏘세요. 쏘주시고. 나무 때문에 안 보이고 원소 제한 발생했고 온다요. 안 맞았고 뭐 쏘지마. 젠장할. 어디 갔어? 센 거고. 호이. 너 거기 약점을 내놔라. 뭐지? 나 떨어뜨린 건가? 한 놈 남았고, 쟤는 가서 무인 공격으로 해도 될 일? 아이고, 오셨소이까? 아, 나는 뭐 부품이 필요해서 말이지. 좀 떼는 게 그건가? 여기인가? 왜? 깔려? 아리까리스? 네가 가까이면 나는 무인 공격을 할 것이고, 뒤 돌면 그거를 너의 배낭을 깔 것이고. 불러봐야 되는다. 너무 중요해. 그러면 제가 뒤 돌 것 같으니까 이거 스탠바이 해주시고. 왜 여기로 오냐? 엄마, 그거 먹으러 가지 말아라. 그리고 너의 속성, 너의 비틀거리는 너의 속성. 기절했다. 이게 너니? 이거 주시. 오케이, 끝.
Think that's all the machines?
해피한
Time to install this code on that land god.
하밍 타임 갖도록 하겠습니다. 이제 먹을 거 한만큼 먹은 것 같으니까. 아니, 내가 떼낸 느낌이구나. 잠깐만요. 누구시죠?
Stormbird. Must have been what killed those Utaru.
어이씨, 나 죽어요. 잠깐만요. 찌리찌리. 아, 나 좀 캐논 좀 쓰자. 저는 뭐였더라? 야, 원기용 모으지 마. 아, 이놈아. 정말. 일단 나가. 나가고. 아, 쟤 뭐 스톤버드니까 플라즈마였나 저는? 야, 너도 그거구나. 왜? 너 여기로 올라가니? 정말 쉽게 끝나지가 않는구나. 우와, 스톤버드 씨, 이리 와요. 어디 가요? 나 얘, 아씨, 그게 안 나오잖아, 각이. 어이, 개멀고. 왔다. 애말. 나 너 뭐 필요한 거 같은데? 나 또 너무 욕심일까? 폭풍 캐논 일단 채워주시고. 헷! 잠깐 슬링을 좀 떠야겠는데. 웨이. 하지 말라 그랬다 내가. 가만히 있을 때. 핫! 잠깐 슬링 괜춘? 너에게 맞았으면 좋겠다. 너에게 닿기를 너무 바라고요. One more. 닿을까? 핫! 움직이지 말아라. 아, 저 회피 스킬 보소. 핫! 맞았냐고. 내가 너에게 조금 욕심을 또 한번 더 내도 될까? 가速! 가차! 가차! 레알? 빨리! 일격 안 됨? 일격 됐고. 야, 여기 이거 함정 치명적 일격 one more time 하고 여기 함정 설치하고 가자. 함정 설치하고 튀어. 먹었냐고. 됐냐고. 야, 이렇다면 이걸 좀 하고 전기를 주면 감전으로 떨어지는 것 같긴 한데. 피 먹었죠. 어디 갔어? 맞아. 또 떨어졌어. 한 번 더. 아니고 한 번 더. 한 번 더. 맞아. 맞으라고. 온다요. 거대한 녀석이 온다요. 거의 다 찼는데. 왔다. 오케이. 치명적 일격. 치명적 일격 떴잖아. 이 뜨거운 또 기분이 뭐요? 하고 두다다 가능? 핫! 엠마 재장전 잘 하고 이제 플라즈마인가? 탄약이 없어요. 전기라도 괜찮을까 너에게. 자, 이것도 만들고 이것도 만들고 재장전 가능할까? 어디 갔어요? 이거 할까? 날아가지 마. 날아가지 마. 날아가지 마로라. 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 그 다음에 유다다 해야 되는데 재장전 타임 필요하고 피하고 피하고 쫓는다. 피하고 피해 주시고 where are you? 잠깐 끼었어요. 재장전이 나올까? 재장전. 야야 온다. 뭐 온다. 큰 거 온다. 사거리 안 나오는데 낭비만 했고. 왜? 야 썩게 만들어. 썩는 건 아니지만 빡쳤고 나도 빡치고 짜증을 내어서 뭘 하나. 핫! 좀만 더. 온기욕 좀만 더. 탄약이 왜 없냐? 좀만 더. 떨어졌느뇨. 떨어졌다. 야 빨리. 치명적 일격. 안 되면 이거라도 맞아라. 씨, 나 또 탄이 있는데? 에이, 키워. 키면서 또 만들어 주시고 재장전을 해야 하는데 말이지. 무슨 말이야? 맞고 이거 하면서 재장전 가능? 빨리 해. 손 잡지 말고. 오케이, 약 하나 빨아주시고. 이야, 날아가지 마. 어디가? 두다다다다다다다다 좀 하라고. 했냐고. 뭐 온다. 이거 또 치트캠 가줘야 되나? 여기서 재장전 해주고 가자. 에일로이 치트키. 이게 무슨 치트키였지? 볼트 맞나? 가라. 아니 그만. 아 에임이 안 맞아. 고. 다시 또 원소 공격. 야 어디까지 가냐? 오 가까이 와 주셨고 where? 어디 가셨어? 됐고 재장전 미친 거 아니냐고? 내가 처음 맞더라고. 널 쏜다. 왜냐면 난 지금 치트키를 쓴 상태이기 때문이지. 나대지 마로라. 나 이거 탄이 없는 거야. 일단 남아돌아도 재장전. 얼마 안 남았어. 가자. 닿을까? 안 닿는 거 같은데? 탄이 없나요? 이건 몇 발 더 맞추면 죽을 것 같은데. 가만히 있어 보아라. 아픈가 봄. 다음 치트키는 거의 다 끝나가고요. 야 썰자. 어디 갔어? 썰려고 했는데 안 썰렸고 죽여봐라 다 죽였는데 죽을 수 없다고? 그거는요 그거였어요?
Okay. Let's get this code
스톤버드
installed
처음
on
봤을
that
땐 좀 쫄았었는데 별거 아니네. 별거 아니네. 그러면 나 이거 뭐 잠깐 나 이거 얘한테 뭐 떨어뜨린 거 있어. 그냥 주워올게요.
Let's
또
try
뭐
this
나온
again.
거 아니겠지? 이번에 뭐 썬더저 이런 거 나온 거 아니지? 설마.
Nice and easy.
앱스 표면 제대로 쓰지도 못했어.
One down, two to go.
됐어? 이대로 두고
Zoe,
간겨?
you there?
I'm here, Aloy.
I found T and installed
싸우고
the
가는
reboot
건가?
code.
Fitting then that I feel thankful.
정말
T's
고마운 거
festival
맞아?
came in winter, when all the grain from the harvest was stored away. It was a season of gratitude, and all the children would receive gifts. The best was my first bow, made of yew, strung by my father.
무슨
Well, he
기억인가?
definitely taught you how to shoot well.
That he did.
There's one more thing. I found two of your people. Stormbird got them. But I took it down.
Oh. I'll make sure someone retrieves their seed pouches, so they may return to the land. All right then. I'll head to Plainsong and deliver the code to the land gods there.
호수 쪽이면 이번에 뭐 스냅모나 이런 애들 오나? 이 근처에서 나오는 애들? 네. 거북이 같은 거?
There. One of the land god shrines.
여기는 시체 없다.
So said this one sank in a nearby lake. The land god must be down there somewhere.
저 봐.
Time for a swim.
나 저거 봤다고. 저기 악어같이 생긴 놈이 유유히 지금 헤엄치고 있는 걸 나는 보았다고.
I better stay away from that snap maw.
조져야지 어쩔 거야. 불. 맞아. 식도. 미친 식도. 한 마리뿐만이 아닐 텐데. 저기 쌈싸 깔아. 불이랑 전기였나? 저는?
I need to get to that land god so I can install the reboot code.
너 혼자니? 혼자는 아닐 것 같은데. 나는 네가 여기로 왔으면 참 좋겠는데. 그러다가 난 또 함정 때문에 고통받는 그런 존재가 되겠지? 이 중에 하나나 걸려라. 그리고 이거 그겁니다. 커팅식 오셔야 되는데 개업 준비를 해가지고 커팅식을 와주셔야 되는데 이 둘 중에 하나는 못 쓸 것 같은 그런 느낌입니다만 어그로 끌고 숨을 데는 없나? 내가 이쪽에 있어야 제가 이쪽으로 올 거 아니야. 어이! 어디 갔냐고. 식도를 내어 놓았으면 참 좋겠는데. 엠마! 아이씨, 아예 되지도 않아. 이럴 거면 저렴한 화살로 오그로 끌었어야 되는데. 야! 나. I'm here. I'm here. 여기 있는데 내가. 네가 올까? 이 위로? 한번 터지면 참 좋겠는데. 아이씨! 아이 진짜 이씨. 야 너 때문이야. 나오라고 임마. 나와주지 않을래? 짜증나게 만드네. 온다. 조금씩 온다니. 여기. 환영합니다. 고객님 환영합니다. 환영한다고 임마. 야 임마. 환영한다고. 와 아저씨. 완전히 정말 먹금의 표본이네. 내가 어그로 이렇게 끌 수밖에 없나. 엠마 일로와. 모험 공격 가능? 난 또 이렇게 극심한 손해를 보고 있는 것인가. 정말 이거 전까지는 어그로에 안 끌리는 건가 저는? 헤이! 머리에 설치해야 된다. 헤이! 뭐 안 돼. 가자. 여기로 아 여기 설치. 컨트롤 여기. 지금 어그로 그렇지. 그럼 첫 번째야 그랬는데 이게 이렇게 무난하게 간다고? 레알? 얘 안 꺼내줘도 돼? 이거임? 이거 어디 갔나? 넷모야 왜? 나의 몸은 다른 무소잖아. 너무 공격 가능? 안 되겠지? 와이웨이는 내가 갈 거겠지? 못 참지. 심지어 보라색. 아, 나만 또 설레발을 친 것인가. 쟤는 되게 평화주의자인가봐. 약간 스네모계의 간디? 그런 걸까? 나 이거 어디다 설치하는 거야? 회수나 하자. 근데 나 또 딱 회수하고 나면 어그로 딱 끌릴 것 같은 그런
Another line God dealt with.
그런 경험적인
There you go.
느낌인데.
Aloy, how goes it?
내가
Had to swim a bit, but I gave the reboot code to So.
나만 당했네. 아유.
Good. We used to celebrate So in the fall, at the beginning of the harvest, with wine made from elderflowers. When I was 12, I got tipsy on it and kissed a boy in the sage
한
garden.
할 때마다 추억팔이 이거 들어줘야 되는 곳이요?
He was so surprised he nearly fell into the mulch.
이게 빠른데 할만한 곳이 이렇게 멀리 가야 된다고? 에반데 방법이 없네. 여기까지 가는 수밖에
It would be good to see So again.
그래서 추억팔이 얘기해주는 건가? 가는 동안
How
적적하지
are things on
말라고?
your end?
Getting there. A few land gods to visit still.
너 일하고 있는 거 맞아?
I'll call you
확실히?
when I'm done with the last one.
Thank you, Aloy.
너네 나 대신 이거 좀 나 업그레이드 재료라도 좀 그거 해주면 안 되냐? 너무 기지에서 뭐 그래 뭐 명목상 공부라고는 하는데 그러고 있으니까 좀 그렇다잉?
I think I was here a while ago. She told me about her plan. Lines are drawing back.
도가 제일 내가 뭔가 거꾸로 온 것 같은데요? 왜냐면 제일 처음에 간 데가 뭐였죠? C였나? 아무튼 좀 제일 빡셌던 것 같고 이게 첫 번째인가? 그럼 보면
There, up on that ledge.
뭐니? 맞아? 저쪽에 금속꽃이 또 있어.
It looks like this
여러 개
one's been here for a while.
이거를 해줘야 되나?
I won't be able to install the reboot code with these vines in the way.
올라가야 되는데?
But where there's vines, there's a metal flower.
저기.
I just have to find it. There, the flower. If I can deactivate it, the land god will be
이것
free from the
때문에
vines.
그 메인캐 어느 정도
I'll
밀고
have
나서
to find a way
활성화되게
up
설계를
there.
해놨구나. 심어주시고 하나는 또
There we go.
왔는데
Should be able to access that cave.
상자 한 바퀴 돌아야 된다.
Dreadwing carcass.
근데 여기
Must have
드레드윙이
dropped the
나온다는
flowers and
얘기였는데
then crashed.
뭔가? 그 박쥐 있잖아요.
Looks like I can climb up the side of the
내가 제법
cliff.
힘겹게 잡았던
Might help me get to that metal flower.
뭐지? 계약서는? 벌써 생각이 안 나. 전기를 나한테
Now I just need to get rid of these vines.
이거 하면 뭐 할 것 같아. 잠깐 드레드이 뭐였을까? 또 뿌리로 올 수도 있잖아. 스피커 드레드이 알군스. 그럼 한 번 싸운 걸로는 뭐야 추가 안 되는겨? 아니면 나의 치사함 하겠는 거지. 괜춘하니? 뭐 나오니? 나오면 나 치사하게 저 동그라미 들어갈 거고.
That's better. Time to get this code installed.
역시 내가 서수은의 문제인 것 같아요. 거꾸로 온 것 같은데? 아니 이거 설치하려고 할 때 모을 수도 있어.
This'll help you get better.
조 썰픈 거
That's the
들어야 돼.
last land god. Zoe, can you hear me?
내가 맡은
Just
거
planted the reboot code
너무
on Doe.
빡세서 더 도와줬으면
He was a
좋겠어.
bit
이렇게
tangled
얘기하긴 해.
up, but he's better now.
Good to hear. Doe always returned to the sacred cave at the end of winter, so his festival foretold the coming of spring. During those times, I remember clinging to my mother by the hearth, snuggling for warmth, and listening to her sing of new beginnings.
Which is exactly what you're going to give to your people.
I hope so. When you can, meet me at Plainsong, and we'll send out the reboot signal. I've delivered the code to all the land gods, save one. Only La is left. I'm here with her, just east of the main village.
Okay, I'll get there as soon as I can.
여기로 끼었어. 꽃이 하나 더 있는데?
Aloy, it's Kotalo. I've heard that the red scum clogging up the rivers has cleared in much of the Lowland clan's territory.
What is she doing to La?
But for some reason, the
Aloy,
water
we
around
made
the
it.
Should we stop her?
Thornmarsh remains polluted. Perhaps this is something you could help with.
하라고 하청 주는 거야? 갑자기 하청을 주네? 달려면서.
All of the land gods have been updated. Now to send out the reboot signal.
지금 뭔가 한층 더 세진 듯한 느낌인데.
There. Singing.
노래예요?
What does this mean? A new beginning.
너네도 모르는 거였어? 그냥 갖다
Gaia
붙이는
told
거
me this
아니지?
would happen. To all of them. Doe, T, So, and the rest. She called it a reboot
뒤에
sequence.
할머님들 아무 소리도 안 들리는데 너무 감명받은 느낌인데 세뇌당하신 거 아니에요?
Soon the land gods
이미
will
노래
return to tilling
끝났는데.
the soil as they once did.
Zoe, the chorus wants a word.
Of course they do.
Do you want me to come?
No need. I'll just tell them that our
있어?
lands will soon
난또
bloom
하청
again.
주는 줄.
Who are they to argue? Find me later, and I'll tell you how it went.
아니
Good luck.
왜 찾아오래? 필요한 사람이 와야지. 난 너무 바쁜 사람인 것인데. 2절 끝났고 노래를 좋다 해야 되나 아니라 해야 되나 또 레벨업 했어? 아 제발요. 레벨업 그만해. 사람 무한하게. 너무 무한하고요. 부질없는 레벨업. 맞아. 피는 중요해요. 자 그러면 다음 퀘스트가 뭘 해야 하나. 일단 무기 주는 건 딱히 없긴 해 지금. 얘가 무슨 퀘스트 줬다는 게 뭐지?
Aloy, wasn't expecting to see you in Scalding
얘 어디서
Spear.
봤던 애지?
I
기억이
hear you
없는데?
fixed the wound and stopped the war within our clan.
I was just lucky your commander was willing to listen.
Wasn't luck that took down the bulwark or fought off Regala. What's next? Saving the world?
정말 그럴 것 같아서 저렇게 얘기하는 걸까?
If I'm
아니면 나
lucky.
매기는 걸까?
Have you been to
방금
Plainsong?
거기서 왔는디?
Did you see Kore?
코레가
I
누군데?
haven't had the chance.
Oh,
At the ready, soldiers.
What's going on?
my squad's being sent on patrol northwest of here. I won't be able to see Kore for a long time. I wonder If you could let him know. I don't want him to think I've abandoned him.
We are moving out.
Please.
If I find my way to Plainsong, I'll let him know.
방금 거기서 왔는데요?
I will
또
leave
가야 돼?
this scab ass behind.
Thank you.
꼬레가 누구예요?
에일로이.
코라 그럼 또 다시 가야 되겠는데 거기에? 이 녀석들이 진짜 날 정말로 정말로 말이지. 오히려 저 노래 때문에 이 동네 분위기가 좀 더 무서워진 것 같은데? 기분 탓인가? 뭔가 좀 더 무서운 느낌이야. 저 뭔가 나한테 후기 썰 풀어줄 친구가 하나 있나 본데? 누구지? 누구시죠? 뭐 하시는
Aloy,
거지?
wasn't sure you'd ever come around. What do you think of Plainsong?
누구냐?
It's quite a place.
Sure, as long as you like the smell of manure. Don't mind me. I won't go wandering again, I promise. There are people who need me here. Some of the others the Eclipse took had it worse than me. A lot worse.
Do what you can for them, Yev.
I will.
아, F가 아니라 예프구나.
Won't be anything like you did, but I'll give it my best.
누구지? 누구시지? 기억이 없는데. 그리고 당신입니까? 뭐래?
Aloy.
아, 이 친구. 아, 이 퀘스트. 그 누나가 뭐 어쩌고저쩌고 해줬던 그거네.
Forcing the commander Takote out of hiding. Defending the grove from Regala.
I didn't do it alone.
The humble words of a true warrior.
Your sister sent me. Her squad's been assigned further west, so she won't be able to come see you, Corey. She wanted to make sure you knew.
That sounds like my sister.
Is something wrong?
No. Yes. There's this song I want to play, one of my own making, but it's hopeless. I'm just never going to get the sound right.
What makes you say that?
Back in the Clanlands, the Sky Clan built instruments that cast sound to sky and across the mountains. They use long-leg throats to make them bellow with the sound of metal. It's how they communicate between villages.
목구멍 따와야 될
Combining that
판인데
sound
이거?
with the Utarus would create a melody unlike anyone's ever heard before. But I won't be hunting for any long legs anytime soon.
For now, you should try the Metal Weaver again. They might have some new piece you can use.
Right.
This song means a lot to him, doesn't it?
It does, which is why I'm getting him that machine part. It'll be a surprise. The Utaru say that's the best way to receive a gift.
Is there a long leg around here?
As it happens, one has been troubling some villages southwest of here. You be doing me and Plainsong a favor by getting rid of it. Interested?
Maybe. Tell me more about this long leg.
It's a particularly nasty one. Looks different too.
최상위인가 본데 이
Tainted
녀석?
like the lands around here used to be. It protects a group of machines that overran a small outpost southwest of Plainsong.
나 이 주변
Its call is
전투기지는
easy enough to track,
다
but if it
밀었을
spots
텐데?
us, it'll call reinforcements faster than you can
그럼
draw
그거
your
먼저
bow.
떨어뜨려야 되나 보네.
Take it out with the rest of those machines, though. Plainsong has one less
목구멍
problem to deal
따버려야
with, and
되겠구나.
Corey gets to play his melody. Victory for all.
님들한테는 일 타입이지.
I didn't think the Tenakth cared much about gifts.
난 일이 더블?
When I first moved here, I remember some days were more difficult than others. But I came to embrace the life I found here, and I don't see why I can't help Corey do the same.
He's lucky to have you. If I make my way down there, I'd like to help.
I appreciate that. I'll head southwest and see if I can pick up a trail.
그래서 어딘데요? 여기로 가서 가면 되나? 뭔가 벌써 어마어마한 소리가 나기 시작하는 뎁쇼? 이 스캔을 좀 해놔야 할까? 저 사람 벌써 싸우고 있는 거. 리프레셔. 그리고 리프레셔밖에 없나? 아무 소리?
could hurt it.
그러니까 정화수 또 바꿔야 돼. 일단은 정화수 녀석들이고 잭스 씨 뭐 어떻게든 잘 이겨내실 수 있었으면 좋겠는데 어그로 끄는 동안 곰이 등짝에 저건가? 에일로이 앙척하지 마. 쟤는 제대로인데 그냥 다녀가지고 오냐고! 나한테 오는 거냐고. 보통 그냥 포기. 쟤는 쟤한테만 지금. 그래요? 좋아요? 다행. 나대지 마로라. 핫! 슬링이 나네. 잠깐만. 오오오오. 아니 선생님, 선생님이셨어요. 난 그건 줄 알았지. 왜 나한테 와서 이래? 쟤들도 오자노. 슬릭! 에라이씨. 올라가고. 쟤는 그쪽에서 몸 때리고 있는데? 쟤 진짜 너무 나대는 바람에 조금은 포기해야 하는가. 정신 바로 챙기고 헤이. 오. 꼭 비싼 화살 쓸 때 그러더라이. 하이! 화물포드 내가 갖고 싶다. 너무너무. 오시나요? 오씨! 여기까지 왔어? 일어나, 에일로이. 112. One more. 해갖고 일단 만두고 놓고. 근데 데미지가 별로 안 가는 거야. 아저씨 계속 어그로 플리즈. 발에 맞아. 오! 컴온! 아저씨 치지마! 일격! 야고요. 최상위요. 아저씨가 최상위 해줘서 너무 고맙고. 아저씨 어느덧 이런거 에모 던져줬었네. 난 못봤는데. 기둘. 아저씨 기둘. 활력 그냥 막 쏘는 건데요. 이게 게임이 유난히 다른 거에 비해 좀 조준이 힘들어요. 왜일까? 내가 못하기 때문이겠지 뭐. 별거 있겠냐? 얘는 그냥 짠챙이 리프레셔였을 뿐이고 이제 그 뭐였죠? 뭐 잡으러 가야 되는 거잖아. 목 따러 가야 되는 거잖아.
You arrived not a moment too soon, Huntress. I thought I heard a Longleg's call,
맞아.
so
롱레그.
I hastened to follow, but I was caught unaware by these machines instead.
맞다.
There it is again.
Let's go find it.
이거 내 욕하는 왜 이렇게 왼쪽 귀가 간지럽지? 롱레그만 있는 게 아닌 것 같은데? 완전 옴닉인데? 그래서 특이한 녀석인 건가? 옴닉 소리가 나는데?
Looks like we're climbing.
We'll make quick work of it.
어디 있어? 아예 저 위로 가야 있는 건가? 저기 올라가고 있어.
Take much damage from plasma.
플라스마. 이거는 뭔데? 내가 필요한 거 있는데? 잠깐. 내가 저도 한 마리 더 있어. 얘구나. 얘는 빙이고 쟤는 플라스마예요. 너무 싫고요. 일단 경보기 안테나를 저걸 떼내야 다른 적들이 안 오게 만들 수 있는 것 같아요. 아저씨 어그로 끌지 마요. 일단은 내가 신호 주기 전까지.
Always running off to hunt in the wilds.
그러면서
As
떼내야지.
far away
어그로
from
가고.
Plainsong as possible.
What changed?
I saw my first Utaru students become fighters worthy of
Oh,
any
shit.
Tanakh clan. I felt useful, like I belonged. And so Plainsong
여기서 더 올라가는
became
게
home.
것 같은데? 아이씨
I'm
미친.
sure Corey will find his place too.
I hope so.
게임 불러와요. 그러면 플라스마랑 그걸로 세팅을 해놔야겠는데?
Almost there. It sounds like that long leg isn't alone up there.
I'm
눈에
afraid
보이냐?
you might be right. There's our long leg. I knew Utaru had fell. Might be best to silence it before it can call reinforcements.
저 위에 또 한 마리 더 있어. 혼자 보시고 여기 플라스마. 에너지는 아니지?
Getting that at the right moment could help.
냉기라서 마땅히 둘 함정이 없네. 그냥 여기 왔을 때 플라즈마 함정도 내가 가진 게 없고 전기는 내성이 있었던 것 같은데 전기 내성이 있어서 안 돼. 다 전기는 별로 쓸모없고 차라리 폭발이 나을 수도 있겠다. 함정. 개미 알기고 아 잠깐 저 뒤에도 뭐 있나 본데? 아니야? 넌 뭐니?
Using shock ammo.
또 있어? 아이씨 왔는데 쟤 내가 쏘면 저 뒤에가 어그로 끌리겠는데 이거? 그러면 좀 일이 피곤해질 것 같은데 안 밟은 것 같지 않습니까?
We're in trouble.
고 이건 공
I'm with you, Aloy.
하고 어그로 쟤는 비밀이었지 하나라도 먼저 조져 이거 없고 쟤는 플라스마라서 이걸로 바꿔야 되는데 잠깐만 여기서 제장 낙사는 안 돼! 낙사는 안 돼! 낙사는 안 되고 올라가야 돼 다시. 아! 와 씨. 애모고 뭐고 씨 떨어져 죽을 뻔했는데.
You're back. Shall we deal with these machines then?
아저씨, 나 좀 바빠요. 비껴요! 잠깐만요. 바로 옆에 뭐가 왔는데요? 그치 아저씨 막타 치려고? 이건 좀 치사하잖아 이 장면. 개새거. 다음은 1번 화살로 뭐가 됐든 쏴주시고 녹다운 각 아니고 빨리 뭐 하려고 죽었고 아저씨 죽였어요. 여기 한 마리 더 있는 것 같긴 한데 나 여기가 콜록콜록 할 것 같은데 아저씨가 막 다치 나쁘지 않고 상이지만 얻었고 이거 만들고 재장전 해주시고 여기 위에 한 마리 더 있거든요. 근데 아직까지는 우리한테 별 관심이 없는 것 같고, 그렇다면 나는 또 이 함정을 또 못 썼고 아, 이 버릇을 버려야 될 것 같은데. 함정 먼저 설치하는 그런 거야. 목구멍 땄으니까. 이거 덕분에 안 몰린 걸까? 아니면 그거랑 상관없이 어차피 얘네들 말고는 안 오는 거였을까? 저 올라가서 공중 엠살도 할 수 있거든요. 그럴 수 있긴 한데. 뺨. 이렇게 뺨. 했고. 나가. 죽어라. 아저씨 막타 가. 아저씨 막타 쳤어. 젠장할. 일정 범위의 데미지를 가하는 폭. 플라즈마 세긴 세. 호레에게 돌아가기, 잭스와 대화하기. 나 더 못 먹은 거 있나? 나도 먹고 가야 하는 곳이고. 더러워. 그리고 상자. 갑자기 여기서부터 눈이 오네. 눈은 또 뭐 없습니까?
Aloy, a
네네.
word before we go.
잔소리할 것처럼 얘기해. 선생님이 호출하는 것 같았고. 뭔데요, 아저씨?
Many thanks, Aloy.
쪽.
Without you, I might have been in trouble. Why don't you take that piece to Corey?
귀찮으신 거죠.
The villagers
여기
fell by
온 김에
these
딴 일
machines need to
보시려고
have their
그러신
sins
거죠.
buried properly first.
Are you sure?
Tell Corey I better be the first to hear that song.
그
of his
근처에
when I
빠른
return.
이동 없으니까 그러시는 거죠. 온 김에 뭐 여행하고 가신다든지. 왜냐면 아까 얘기했잖아요. 자기는 그 마을을 한번 벗어나고 싶었다고 그렇게 얘기를 했었기 때문에 역시 이제 온 김에 뭔가를 할 것 같다는 수상함이 포착이 되었고요.
I'm in Plainsong and it's amazing. It's just like you said, the fields are back in bloom.
And we are few to thank for
그래?
it.
난 그쪽 쳐다도
If
못
you hadn't
봤는데.
come along, the Utaru would still be starving, under siege by machines.
I'm just glad it worked out.
Yes. First Plainsong,
씨를
next
피웠다고?
the world.
Looking forward to our shift.
나는 리퀘스트를 남겨놨어.
Stop that.
Kore.
Aloy? I thought you had left Plainsong.
Well, I
내가
thought
얼마나
about it.
들락날락하고 있는데 이 동네를.
Then I'd have to
모든
carry this
동네를.
long leg throat all by myself.
You found
Jax did.
that old man.
Can still hear perfectly fine. So let's hear it.
I'm gonna need some help. Aloy, can you take this to the workbench, please? You won't have to do much, I promise.
설마 나 이제 휘파람 볼 수 있게 되는
You'll see a
건가?
wide cavity on the instrument. That piece should
난
fit.
주는 거야? 뭔데? 이제 휘파람 볼 수 있는 거니? 뭔데? 없지 않나? 뭘 쓰는 거야?
Right in.
Aloy, let us see your handiwork.
이거 되게 부르네 진짜.
In the hunt and in business.
I think it's good to go.
날씨가 좋았으면 좋았을 텐데. 정말 음악 동네구나. 슬픈데요. 날씨가 그래서 그런가?
A song of two peoples indeed.
Thank you, Aloy. My debt to you seems to only grow.
Hearing that was payment enough.
That may be, but you should at least take this. You deserve it.
May the wings of the ten hearten your step.
전설 부품. 캘큘레이터요. 공주계 파이팅. 앞으로 좋은 일만 있으시고. 다음 퀘스트?
That charred piece of charcoal. Oh, it's you.
What's going on?
It seems this Porgoff's managed to blast
얘도
open the tunnel
하청이네.
we used to arrive here. One we left in perfect condition, by the way, unlike his sloppy
다
crew.
나한테 퀘스트
And
주네.
now he wants to charge me for any supplies passing through. I knew he'd be trouble the minute I heard he set up that measly little camp. Anyway, you need something, I assume?
소리 들릴 수 있는. 아, 이 친구들. 야, 뭐야, 너 독립해라.
Boom traps.
But then we might blow up everyone, not just the machines.
What are you two working on?
Red! We're making boom plans.
Ah, we struck a deal with Abaddon when we got back. Turns out this place is gonna need some security for all those machines out there. And when he heard how Boomer's invention helped you take down the vanishing
그치, 야,
dread,
쓸만하더라
we
진짜.
convinced him we were right for the job. Now we just gotta figure out how we're gonna keep the machines away without blowing everyone sky high.
Not everyone. The flying ones are already in the sky.
Sounds like you both have a lot of work
근데 이
ahead.
친구 묘하게 눈동자에 영혼이
Home of
없이
the boomworks.
뭔가 나가
Yeah,
있어.
we're gonna
핀트가
have to
나가
work on
있어.
that name.
약간 광기? 그런 친구긴 해요. 봤을 때. 그러면 이제 얘네 이거 퀘스트 얘네들이 2개인가? 줬거든요. 신고인가 이거? 그러니까 옛 세계 장치 회수를 또 해달라고 했어요. 그래서 아래로 또 가야 되는데 여기 그때 그 뭐 용왕님이랑 싸웠던 것 같은데 그걸 또 해줘야 하는 것인가? 그래서 테낙스 저도 해야 되나? 그리고 이 근처 이거 2개거든요. 이것도 이 아니라서 1타입이 할 수도 있을 것 같기도 하고. 그래서 일단 가볼게요. 나 올라올 때는 엘베 타지 않았나? 왜 엘베 버튼 없습니까? 철강! 철강!
Swim down anymore.
안 해도 됐었고. 근데 아직 기계들이 남아있으니까 나를 여기에 보내는 거겠지? 지들이 안 가고?
That's not the one I need.
아, 뱀조각상? 아, 이걸 먼저 해야 되나? 근처 퀘스트. 이거 아니? 뱀, 차이가 있나? 말 그대로 2타 2피 칠 수
I
있을
don't think this is the place Moreland was talking about.
뭔가 가고 있잖아,
The
이거.
burner should be deeper in the
그
ruins.
찍었지, 우리?
Okay. There's the giant
그리고 나
statue that Summer
여기에서 쟤네들
mentioned.
처리를
Should
안
be
하고
nearby.
왔거든요. 그리고 내가 보기에 여기가 서식지가 아니면은 애들이 딱히 이제는 안 되는 괜찮은데 기분 탓일 수도 있는 거고 모르겠습니다. 아무튼 난 저쪽에 있는 애들은 처리를 전혀 안 하고 왔어. 귀찮아가지고. 있네. 아주 눈뽕 장난 아닌데? 위풍당당한 발소리가 나고 있고 불이랑 전기 그리고 여기에 한 2마리 더 있었는데 그냥 처리하고 갈까요? 귀찮은데? 그냥 나중에 이게 뭔가 보스전 비스무리한 거 나오면 쟤네가 굉장히 거슬릴 것 같은데 처리하고 가는 게 낫지 않을까? 이렇게 제가 뭐 최상위도 아니기도 하고. 근데 여기에 애들 몇 더 있긴 했었어. 여기 있네, 저기. 눈뽕 때문에 안 보였지만. 불정화수. 많다잉. 불정화수. 그러면 불로 가야 되겠다. 뭐야, 저 요즘 어차피 죽여야겠네. 내려가서 불로 해야 되겠는데 그럼 또 바꿔야 되겠네. 근데 그냥 들어가도 돼. 준비 다 해놨는데 일단 그냥 들어가도 돼. 한번 들어가지 뭐. 나오면서 싸우든지. 여기 누구 뛰었는데? 야, 여기 들어가는 걸 누가 보긴 했나보다.
This looks like the place. No burrowers, though.
버로어가 없다고? 버로어가 나오겠네 그러면. 지금 없는 건 왜일까? 통수를 치겠다는 얘기 아닐까? 보통 이런 게임들은? 이건 그냥 튀어야 될 수도 있으니까. 시사 빤스로 해야 될 수도 있으니까. 보시고.
There's a crate in that room.
키즈잖아.
Get to it.
퍼즐. 저거는 무슨 나 이거 할 때마다 내 머리에 맞으면 내 피가 다를까? 그게 좀 궁금하긴 해요. 그 버러 얘네들은 땅에서도 그냥 나오는 애들이라서 안심할 순 없지. 여기 안에?
This could be useful.
Just
Hot as an Oseram forge, as Erend would say.
right. 피 다른 거 아니지? 어디다 둬야 하는 어디가 목적지요? 네, 이게 턱이 있는 걸로 봐서 여기네.
Okay, gotta get higher up to reach the statue.
정말 내가 몇 번 떨어질 가능성도 있다는 건데.
And that must be the statue. Okay.
상자의 상자인 거죠. 아, 저 용이 필요한 거라고? 뭔가 이 분위기 보니까 짬뽕 먹고 싶다. 잠깐! 여기로 올라갔다 가야 되나? 저 위에도 상자가 있고 여기 턱이 있는 걸로 봐서는 이렇게 이거 아닌 것 같은데 원래는 그냥 내가 어거지로 끼워 맞춘 느낌인데 정말 한풍 패널이네. 제발 그렇게 해놓지 마. 나는 평소에 걸어다닐 때도 하늘을 안 보는 사람이에요. 땅을 보고 다니는 사람이라고. 이렇게 해놓으면 나 너무 힘들어요. 일단 올라왔고 또 한 바퀴 돌게 해놨네. 얘는 아까 밑에서 스캔했고요. 보라색 어떻게 먹냐?
Now to get the burner.
과연 이렇게 알아서 가는 건가? 나 이거 줄 타고는 옆으로 못 가겠지? 나 저 보라색 먹어야 되는데? 저 설마 옮길 수 있는 상자인가?
Made it. Whoa! Well, I got the burner. Better take it back to Moreland. burrowers. Might have been the ones that attacked Moreland.
더러워? 나왔어? 어디 있는데? 나 이미 지나왔는데 온 거 아니? 나 따라오나? 쟤네? 다 오고 나니까 나오네? 좋은데? 그쵸? 밖에 있는 얘네는 아닌 것 같은데?
I think I'm in the right place. Now, where's that gizmo?
먹을 건 먹어야지.
There. That must be the gizmo. Looks like this door needs a code to open.
정말 밖에서
Check around
읽었던 거?
ruin. See if I can find anything.
상류사의 입맛인지 뭔지 그런 건가? 아이 폐허야? 아니 뭐 왜 이렇게 길어? 잠깐만요. 몇 자리라고? 하나 둘 셋 넷 6자리라고? 나는 여태까지 4자리라고 생각을 하고 문서를 훑었는데 이렇게 되면 6자리인 거를 찾아야 하는 것인가? 그저 빨간 건 뭐지? 위로 가야 하나? 다른 데 따로 있나 보다. 아직 못 찾은 건가 봐요.
What's in here?
새삼스럽게 뭐, 아 이건 같다.
So the gizmos.
모작. 아 135인데? 예약 초대장에 있는 것과 동일한 6자리. 카일이 어쨌든 135.
Actually called an
135.
ornament.
보자. 카일?
Sounds like there are more out there. And it looks like there's part of a code. Might be for the door. I better keep looking around. Maybe I can find the
여기서
rest of
마저
it.
찾아야 되는 것 같은데 상자 너무 많은데 여기? 살짝
A
화가
hatch.
나려고 해.
Might lead to another part of the ruin. But
다른
how to get to it?
나 이거 하나하나씩 꺼내야 되나? 결국 2배가 필요한 것 같은데 아 되게 노가다하게
Can't pull
하네.
this out.
하나만
Looks
이렇게
like
하면
the
안
crate on
되는
top's
거냐고.
blocked.
밑에 것만 쇽 이렇게 뭐 테이블에서 천 빼듯이 이런 그런 거 안 되는 거임? 어쨌든 지금 이 녀석이 원하는 게 이거라는
Maybe
거죠?
there's a way to pull
지금
the top crate off.
위에 상자를 내리는 방법? 아 이걸 먼저 여기로 빼자고? 빠지냐고.
I think I've hit a snag.
여기서 해야 돼. 저 옆에 나 또 상자 또 본 것 같은데? 아 여기 안 되겠네. 옆에 이게 있네.
If I
바
separate
같은
the
거.
crates, I can pull the bottom one out.
이거 분리가 되냐고. 그냥 이거 내가 당기면 안 되나? 힘으로. 안 돼. 아예 땡길
There's an opening at the top of
의지조차
the
없네.
fence. Could be a way in if I can find a way to get up there.
답답해서 다 알려줘.
I think I can pull the top crate off if I find the right spot.
알겠어. 여기는 막힌 데가 없죠 지금. 여기로 땡길 수 있네.
There we go.
당겨졌고
Moving. Must be stuck.
얘만 빼고 쟤는 또 이쪽으로 당겨서 또 빼고 그런 걸까? 그게 필요하지 않을까? 결국에는 여기 나와. 왠지 필요할 것 같아.
Change the opening.
누군가 2개를 쌓아야 되는데 이거를 내리고 저 위로 내리는 거야. 하나는 상자로 올리고 이것도 합체를 해야 되는데 이렇게 자고 여기다 놓고 하나는 그러니까 이 비탈길이 왜 있나 했네. 여기를 올려야 돼. 합체되고 정말 일 두세 번 하게 만드는 데는 선수구나. 제작자도.
There. Should be able to reach the opening now. Made it.
밑에 상자가 하나 더 있던데? 다시 멀리서 했었고. 어디에서? 알아서 이거를 펌프.
Hot. I'm sweating everywhere.
미안해 에일로이. 너무 많이 내가 움직이게 만들었지. 미안하고. 이건 연습 되냐? 또 안 좋아지는 걸로 봐서는 연습 안 되는 것 같은데. 야.
Let's see where this leads.
얘네 좋은 거 안 주긴 말봐. 퍼즐 정말 제일 싫고요. 상자에서 뭐가 나오느냐에 따라 나의 분노의 수위도 결정이 될 것이다. 썸도조 대기 타고 있는 그런 거 아니지?
I'm back outside. What else is up here?
이렇게해서 뽕을 뽑는다. 뽕을 뽑아 아주. 거기에고 끝자리 일상 그 앞자리를 찾기 위해 지금 이 난리를 피우는 거 아닌 것인가? 죽여버려. 뭔데? 73913 73913 나도 저쪽에 도착할 때쯤이면 까먹었을걸요? 집중은 더 먹을걸요?
Changing the holograms above ground? But how?
명절 산다고 명절
Part of the
경.
code's here too. I should have what I need to open the door. There we go.
야,
I'm in.
그래요? 집행. 이거를
Got it. Time to head back up to Stemmer.
다 그냥
Maybe we
주면
can figure out how to
되는
make this thing work.
이제 끝났으니까 올라가면 되는 걸까요? 나 뭔데 빨간 게 좀 뭔데? 나 여기 자꾸 뭔가 기계 소리가 나는데 너무 찝찝한데? 아무것도 아닌데 좀 빛나는 경우가 있더라고요. 생각이 없이 너무 못 지나간다 아니겠지 설마? 가는 길에 다들 막 환영식 하러 막 나와주는 그런 거 아니겠지 설마? 나 조용히 가게 해줘라 줘. 엘베 안 고칩니까? 이거 리필해줬다고? 아 아닙니다. 생겼던 거였고. 아저씨
The Nora returned, but did she bring
제발
tidings of
평범하게
triumph
말씀해
or
주시면 안 될까요?
misfortune?
I got the gizmo, and it's not the only one I found. Here.
The old wordsmith, a keen spark in his eye and gratitude.
고만해요 아저씨.
held aloft the gizmo that had eluded him.
It's called an ornament, actually. Part of a set. I think there are more scattered in ruins beyond the desert.
여태까지 모은 것도 다 주면 되고 앞으로 찾는 것도 이 아저씨 주면 되나 보다. 아저씨 뭐 주실 건데요? 그걸로 나 엿 바꿔 먹을 수 있음?
Something called the Knights of Light's holiday promotion. It's a
에일로이 먹금
way
보소.
the old ones
그냥
celebrate
알아서
special
대답해 줘.
occasions, I think.
Like feasts?
Kind of. I think a holiday marked a seasonal event.
And so
아
does every feast in the claim.
지팡이는 이제
There's the feast of the first
크리스마스용이고
keg, the feast
막
of
그런 건가 보다.
fermentation, the all
프로그램
hops
나왔던
feast.
모양들이.
All about ale, huh? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Anyway, these ornaments could supposedly change the lights above ground, but I'm not sure how.
I recognize this marking. Saw the same on a little device we unearthed. Here.
It might be able to turn on the lights.
Time to find out. Which one should I try first?
아, 나 여태까지 이거밖에 안 한 거임? 크리스마스 문제.
Let's go with this one.
I'll get right to it.
봄이면 딴 걸 봐야지.
Sure as sparks kindle flame. This must have been some kind
왜
of
이렇게
winter festival.
유치뽕짝입니까?
What kind of beast is that?
아저씨.
Almost looks like a fanghorn. Let me know if you find any more of those ornaments.
그러니까 뭐 줄 건데? 저거
Wonder what
열쇠라도
other
주든지.
holidays the old
이거 아예
ones
다 줘야지 저 열쇠 주나 보다. 아저씨. 너무 유치뽕짝이.
The old
다른 것도 그럴 것 같긴
wordsmith's
한데.
heart warmed.
그만.
So,
아. 부활절
want to see this one.
고민이 있게. 4월이면 곧 4월인데 4월이면 부활절 아닌가? 계란, 달걀.
Now what do rabbits, eggs, and flowers have to do with each other? Signs of spring.
아니 이거 그냥 보여주는 게 다예요, 아저씨? 나한테 뭐 그건 안 주는 거임? 보상은 안 주는 거임? 이 아저씨 양아치네. 그냥 그 기술 점수 준 걸로 땡인 거임. 그리고 나 기술 점수 어느새 12점 쌓였고. 그러면 가열은 어디요? 아, 예, 맞아. 좀 외부에 있었지, 이 녀석은. 너 싸웠냐? 아, 토끼 무슨
You're
일이야?
back. Did you get it?
너라도 좋은
Do you
거.
have the device? Oh, please say you do. Oh, we're so close to something truly majestic.
술 먹었니?
Here
혹시?
you go, Moreland.
Yes, yes.
개 힘들었어.
Thank you.
힘들었고 이런 건
I
생색내야
hope
돼.
getting it wasn't too much trouble.
죽을 뻔했어 나.
This design.
하지만 나 같은 건 이미 안중이 없고.
compact. The ancients knew how to make them. It should fit the housing like a dream. Just need to cinch up the blaze leads.
메카닉
and
덕후네.
away we go.
We?
아, 열기구
Make
만들려고
the
그러나?
maiden flight without the maiden who played such a vital part? My mother raised me better than that. You should have the honor of seeing the world in a way that no one alive has ever seen it. How about it?
How can I say no to that?
강제 시승식이야? 나 동의했나? 에일로이 보험 들었니? 이걸로 나 저 계란 떠가는 거 봐. 이럴 줄 알았으면 뭐 새 이런 모양으로 할 거 그랬나? 뭐 그래 달걀 안에도 새가 들긴 했지.
What was that?
Nah, nothing to worry about. We have a sturdy tether connecting us to the ground.
똑똑똑
Pure
하면 안
Oseram
되는데 이거
craftsmanship. Well,
모질란다고
give it a
하나
little flame.
찾아오라는 거 아니지.
Aha! We ascend. Behold, the world beneath our feet. Ah, the sky
아니 이건
at
빠른
our
이동이 아니라
fingertips.
직장
The
터지겠다.
burner heats the air inside, which gets lighter
역시
than what surrounds
이과였어
it.
에일로이.
So we rise.
이과생.
Indeed, we're powered by hot air, just like Stemmer. But don't tell him I said that.
둘러볼 수 있네.
We are on the cusp of
너무
history.
진짜 허무해.
The first successful Oseram
간지나는
flight.
거 없냐고.
There have been other attempts?
Oh yeah! The history of Oseram flights is fascinating. And, you know, violent and frequently incendiary.
I feel like you should have mentioned this before.
Ah, the others failed because their machines were too heavy and complex. They were begging to crash. Not here. Just a pilot compartment, blaze, a burner, the orb, and a tether. With
어지럽진 않으시죠?
simplicity, there is perfection. Well, at least, you know, less chance of
뭐
exploding.
올라갈 수 있네. 그래. 아 저거
You know,
부활절
Abaddon
괜히
right
했어.
here.
아예 아무것도 하지
He'd be
말
drunk like a
걸.
wastrel, crippling fear of heights. That said, he gets poetic when drunk. He has
이게 줄이 맥시멈.
evocative rhymes about all his various ledgers. A little known fact,
이제
Oseram
이걸로
poetry started as work songs in
입장권
forms
받아가지고
around the claim.
돈 좀 많이 찍었다.
Ah, just a bit of turbulence. We shall tame
하지만
these wild
손 꼭
skies yet.
붙잡고 있죠. 목소리도 떨리고
This feels
있고요.
like more than turbulence.
나 이거 또 싸워야 되는 거
For the
아니야?
record, that was not part of the planned aerial experience.
내 이럴 줄 알아.
What is that?
줄 끊어짐.
Yeah, I think our tether just came undone.
Moreland!
Oh. That's just a small
나왔다.
setback.
정신 나왔다.
Nothing to worry about. I can fix this. I can fix it. I can. Grinding gaskets. It's gonna hit us.
어쩔? 헐. 이대로 카페변에 뜨는 거 아니지?